Hey, Paula, look.
Oh, I was taking pictures of Erica and the dogs because
We got a little caught off guard.
De wereldbeker bobsleeën in St. Moritz. Prachtige gespierde atleten in nauwsluitende pakjes. Dan moeten de hoefijzers nog eens gekuist worden. En dan maken we ons klaar. En dan... Pat. Het is gebeurd, zou Erik van Looy zeggen. Bobslee met de billen bloot.
According to a new study on sea level rise, roughly 37,000...
I'm Madison Wade with the Knoxbury Canoesville. Bottled the milk made it difficult for the small farmer to do so. Did he just think like...
All right, let's build this lasagna. All right, let's build this. Let's build this lasagna. I can't say it. I think they just do it a little bit cuter than a. Or.
We'll mess up the next shot too.
Look at the morning's papers, but for now, goodbye.
Temperatures. Look at these numbers. Hi there, Jenny. How are you? She's always wanted to poach in on my weather. Numbers.
So this is the discussion that was going on in the break. Right. And then Jerry said, I thought you only did this for television, not in real life as well.
Look, you two should get married. No sex, not aroused.
Oh, God.
Can we do it the other way around?
All right, okay.
It's way too early to
I wouldn't mind it the other way around, Jerry. That sounds like the worst of all evils to me.
Okay.
Anyway.
It's just coming at 7 o'clock. We do have a very serious topic to discuss. Jerry.
We all have the same luck. Students can register for the lottery starting tomorrow, and registration is open until Friday. The UAA will notify the winners of the lottery by Monday, December 15th, and vouchers can then be picked up from Tuesday through Thursday. Now, students with more than 90 credit hours have the best chance of getting tickets, but everyone is welcome to sign up. Live from the newsroom, Cara Minelli, WUFT News.
Thanks, Cara.
There's a saying in live television, be ready for anything, and that was the case for Melbourne News presenter Peter Hitchener last night when a seagull walked through his live camera shot right on cue.
Police say they hope someone burdened with information will help solve a 27-year-old gangland murder.
Peter tried not to be burdened by the bird, even though everyone around him was laughing. Of course, it wouldn't happen here, for obvious reasons. Time for sport now with Alex Cullen.
Checking in, all nice and clear.
We're safe. No?
We're doing the bumping. The question is, when will we finally get to
that sounds
out of the
comfortable.
bath?
Thanks, Adam. We'll leave it with that image.
A lot of you texting about our new studio, which is in fact our old studio.
Yeah, memory lane here.
Our current studio is not in operation. That's why we wait to move into a new studio. So we are in effect homeless.
But Jay isn't, which is all that matters. Jay, give us some weather.
Well, we're not quite done yet in terms of wintry weather, some significance.
Finally tonight in your parting shot, an Irish weatherman has become a viral internet star thanks to Mother Nature.
He was blown away, literally, by a strong gust of wind. Take a look at what happened on live TV.
We'll have full details on that. All the latest traffic to help you avoid those hotspots this Friday morning, plus lots of your photos. Put a bit of smoke, smile in your face.
I know that feeling right there. They're just speechless, laughing at him.
He's recovering. He's okay.
Poor guy.
We got to get Carl out in the field more often.
Him and
See
Eric
stuff like
DeBroca.
that. That's right. Well, that will do it for your TV6 News tonight. Discovering is next.
Have a great night, everyone.
This is BBC One. Now the news with Bill Turnbull in Biloxi, Mississippi, and Sophie Rayworth in London.
This is IFB2 in Biloxi. We're plugging you into IFB.
Got it.
Good evening. Tonight at 6, thousands dead across America's South.
Robert, what's been happening in court so far this morning?
Well, Anna, this is a story which will be familiar to many of us. A city centre street blocked by delivery. Now, in this case, it was a brewer's dray in the centre of Brighton. It had been holding up the traffic. The court heard for about 15 minutes. The two drivers said they were approached by Chris Eubank, who asked them to move the lorry. They explained that their delivery was almost complete and they would be moving on shortly, at which point he said he would move the lorry himself. He climbed into the cab. One of the drivers said he tried to prevent Eubank starting the engine, but Eubank said, "If you do that again, I will deck you." He then moved the lorry about 200 yards up the street and reparked it before making his way back to his own car.
He done nothing wrong.
Thank you, Robert. The Mayor says charging will begin in the new area from February next year. Well, Carl Mercer is at City Hall. Carl, obviously bad news for those who campaigned against the extension.
Shall I start that again with a microphone so you can actually hear me, Reece? Ken Livingstone, I think, has always made clear that he wanted this western extension to the congestion charge zone.
Because this really is pitch black. It's the most surreal experience I've ever had. But I'm going to finish the food on this plate if it's the last thing I do, Emily. It's definitely.
I can't wait to show Riz those pictures. I guess it leaves you plenty to talk about or argue about on a 5th wedding anniversary. Now, should an elected mayor be pretty much sorry, untouchable whilst in office? It's one of the things. Sorry, Ken Livingstone seemed to suggest this morning whilst talking for the first time about his decision. Tim, take us away from the question of dark eating and back to this more important idea of the mayor meeting people in London tonight.
Very good afternoon to you. I think it's still afternoon. You're watching Afternoon Live from BBC News. I'm Simon McCoy. Now, our main story...
Coming up, BBC News 24 has the latest news from home and abroad.
Here on Breakfast Soap.
Coming up on the BBC News channel has the latest news from home and abroad.
Stay with me, stay with me. Yeah. If it's very heavy rain, you're saying if you run through it, you don't get so wet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or if you walk through heavy rain, then you get equally wet or equally not wet. Something like that. I'm sure there's somebody that's watching now knows what I'm talking about.
Nobody has a clue what you're talking about.
I'm sure there's that. Anyway, do you know what? Look, the thing is
if you see the rain, I would go indoors. Yeah, how would that grab you?
Yeah, but if you're caught
Coming up, BBC News 24 has the latest news from home and abroad.
Sit down, Simon McCoy. You're on in.
Hello, very good evening. There's been more...
BBC News 24 has the latest news from home and abroad.